Recording in progress.
Hi, I'm Missy Harrison. I'm the director system. I would like to welcome you to Wyoming Wildflowers and on it. Before class begins, to thank the Lincoln County Library, tutors, and Lifetime Art for and making this. Judy Gaunt received her drawing. Her master photography, Master of Fine Arts in painting from the University of Wisconsin. Is taught at the University as well as classes and Fine Arts Center Association. Western Wyoming Bedford studio. After sailing in the Caribbean, she moved to Star Valley, Jackson, Greenwood. Thank you so much for joining. Wyoming Wildflowers and Wyoming on it.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Can you put it on that one for me? Yeah. That old hand. Thank you. Maybe. Okay. Hang on, everybody. We're having technical difficulties. All right, I'll just hold it like this. Sorry. Okay, I wanted everybody to see what the painting was going to look like in a frame. So we're going to put our finished painting into this mat board, and it will fit into a standard size frame like this that you can get pretty inexpensively. I don't know where, but you can get it pretty inexpensively. And normally it would have glass over it. So this is more or less my finished painting from last week, and I have two more that we can work on. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to finish up any paintings that aren't finished. There are people here that are finished with their paintings, so they're just going to eat cookies and be entertained. What I'd really like to do is give it a little bit of time to finish the paintings, but I'd like enough time. Oh, there we go. I'd like enough time so that everybody can show us their finished piece or their favorite painting that they did in the class, and then tell us what they like about the other classes. Whether or not we're going to be able to open up the mic and hear what people say, we don't know yet. So we're just going to try it by trial and error. But anyway, this is your finished painting, my finished painting. That's not your finished painting. It's my finished painting in a frame with the mat. So everybody's going to get a mat board, and we're just going to tape it, our painting to the mat board, and then it will fit in a nice frame if that's what you want to do. Okay. So, all right, now we can go back to this. Now that we did all that just for that, go back to this one. Moment. Okay, there we go. All right, so last week when I was working on this painting, I was really unhappy with how bright pink these two were. If you're still working on your flowers, that's great. But if you've reached a point where you think you're done with your painting, you might want to consider going in and just adding a little bit more depth to the flowers. So like on this yellow flower here, I added a little bit of orange going around the center of the flower. I did the same thing here. And on the white flowers, I just added a little bit of grayed down area, right? down here on the purple flowers, I deepened the purple in there. But what happened was I lose the cone of this flower when I did that. So if you have a situation like that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to somehow highlight that cone so that it shows up. And for me, I'm just going to do probably a little bit of a light red color with some white and just give it a little bit of a highlight. See how that separates it out? As though the sun is hitting it on that side. Though for this painting, we weren't really concerned about our sun direction. We were talking about that before we started. So that I'm just kind of schmooing it out and see how that makes that stand out against the purple. Okay. So within the purple too, you might want to bring a little bit of some white highlight into some of the purple flowers just to highlight it a little bit inside the flower itself. It's not necessary, but you do want to get that contrast in there. All right. So that's on this one. And then I brought two that I have been working on that are not finished. So I can show you what I mean. So on this yellow flower, I'm coming up and getting just a little bit of carmine. It's not carmine, it's vermilion. Carmine and vermilion are kind of similar. And I'm just coming around my center like this. I'm going to do that down here too. And then I'm coming in with just water and schmewing it out like this.
And how did you get the gray?
And the gray on the white, that's a good question. I don't have any white flowers in this one. Do I have any white flowers in this one? The gray on the white is actually, if you look at it closely, it's more violet, right? So you can do violet if you want to get a little bit of violet color in there, which is, of course, the contrast to yellow and will show up nicely. So kind of a grayed down violet. So what I do is mix up my violet and add just a teeny tiny amount of yellow, right? So violet and yellow, it will gray it down. And then I probably added a little bit of white to it too, or just really used it as a tint. So on a flower like, let's say this flower up here, when I did talk about this last week with the layering. So this is rose. I think it's rose. Okay. So I have 3 different sections of this flower. And what I'm going to do just to make this really stand out is you just come over with a more intense rose color on top on one section of it, which will really push that and brighten it up a little bit, and maybe even a little bit over here to show how it's overlapping. And see how that plays out. Feels like 2 totally different colors there. So anyway, see how that really intensified that right there? The same thing that I did over here. I'm beginning to wonder if that's the rose. It is the rose color, right? Ah, that wasn't even the rose color. No wonder it didn't look like rose. Okay, that wasn't rose color, you guys. That was crimson. Okay, anyway. So then coming down here on this one, I'm just going to add a little bit more of a darker section. And what that darker section is to me are an overlapping of the petals. Are we okay? And then over here on this purple flower, I just want to add a little bit of contrast in here. And maybe some darker areas. You can just see that just adding a little bit of contrast in there really pops that flower out. So I'm just kind of dotting with violet and then coming in with water and schmooing it out a little bit, just to give it a little bit more depth. So that's how you're going to want to start adding just those final touches to get the real contrast in there. And then Victoria asked me about how I grade down my white. So looking at this one right here for these little flowers right here, you know, just adding a little bit of violet. I don't have yellow today, so I can't tone mine down very much. And then just coming in and adding a little bit of violet around the yellow and then watering it down and having it come like that, right? And then also, I think that adding a lot of white flowers. Whose painting was that? Ellen. Let me look at Ellen. I want to show you Ellen's painting because she did some really nice things in here. Okay, so she's finished. So today she's one of the people that is just going to be sitting here eating cookies. Maybe, okay. Now, Ellen did something that was really smart in this painting. She had a little bit of a oops up here in the corner, so she just put a spray of greenery up there, right? The other thing that I love what she did was where she put these dots, like baby's breath up there too, and that really brought out that white flower, and then all the spattering. I mean, she just did some lovely things here, really. The cone flowers really showed up, and then her blue flowers are really nice too. Where was it that she put the white? She had a little bit of white left in the blue flowers, and that just adds such a nice sparkle. Does everybody see that? And then again, she leaves a little bit of white along the edges of her yellow flowers and up here too. And that white is so important. And look at this lovely contrast here. I mean, this is just beautiful. You could sell this. Don't forget to sign it. You have to sign it right down here, okay? Okay. So when you do sign your watercolors, you can sign it with a brush, right? Or sign it in pencil or sign it in ink. I don't know how many times I've signed my work with the wrong name. It's just, I do. Sometimes I put Judy Gone. Judy Gone. So anyway, we're just going to carry on finishing. Is there anybody out there in Cokeville, LaBarge, or any place that is finished and would like to show us their work while everybody else is finishing up their paintings? Did anybody respond? Gee, boy, yeah, we really want to do that.
We want to see them. Yeah.
We do want to see them. We didn't get to meet any of the other people at the other libraries, and we didn't want to rub it in about how much fun we were having here. But I've heard they're having fun in other places.
Still working on that.
Okay. All right. Well, then everybody just carry on working.
Alpine is still working.
Okay, Alpine. We'll give.
There's one in Kemmer.
There's one in Kemmer. All right.
Replace the spotlight.
Okay, good. Oh,
Oh,
that's really beautiful. I love the center of that.
yeah.
And what a lovely sky. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody else is still working furiously. Is that Missy in the back there? Hi, Missy. Hi, Missy. Like, is it? I feel like romper room again, And do I see Missy back there? Well, good. How about any of the other libraries? Okay. All right. Well, let's keep it on the painting and off of me. All right. And then as people get finished, just let us know and we'll talk about it. I'd also like if people can talk to us or tell us what they like about the creative aging program. I know there's a survey that went around, but we teachers like to be reassured that everybody had fun. Okay. And made artwork that they're really proud of. That might be kind of pushing it. I'm going to come down here on my yellow ones and add just a wee bit more contrast in there. And I know that we have white in our set of paints. Normally, you don't use white paint at all in watercolors, especially transparent color. But I've really grown to like having the white in my palette so that I can highlight things. Are you going to mat yours? Yeah. Good. Like this one right here is just, it's not a pretty color at all. There, much better. Well, Ellen, maybe we should just go over to the cookies and start partying. Sadly, you know where I am on that, so.
Mhm.
Ooh. I have no idea what kind of flower this one is. It's a Judy Gonnet flower. So Victoria, do you feel like this class freed you up a little bit, gave you some new skills?
I did. Yeah.
Because you are like you were talking about, she's a very precise painter and just does beautiful. It's funny because the way you paint is the wish I would something I wish I had more of in me, because I'm just so out there. You know, I'd like slap it down. Which one? This one? I love those little blue. Yes. We were talking about little ants the other day, you know, down in Guatemala. I mean, like huge ant hills, right? And Bob had walked up to one time and just stomped on it. And I said, oh my gosh, they're going to be talking about the destruction of their civilization for like thousands of years to come when that giant came and stomped on them. Little ant view. What I don't like about this one is how I got a little bit too lost in the white down here. I never thought I would have liked painting with the white paint and the watercolor, but I actually really do like it. I wonder if I should add. I didn't know my paints would have been. I'll steal some from Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
She just comes next to her. Where do you think it is? So she wasn't coming yesterday. The teacher's going to call her up and yell at her. Oh yeah, a little darker blue. See how just adding a little bit of a darker blue in there just adds so much to the flower. I'm sad that all the flowers are gone, but the fall has just been so beautiful. I cannot complain. You can tell us last week. Look at these were brand new jeans.
Judy, what can I put in this?
You know, when I looked at all the paintings we did that day, it just needs some more dark greens and a little bit of those off color ones, the brown ones. You just need some accents. You know, that's all. I think the flowers themselves are good. But it just needs some contrast.
See, that's one of the, that's, and I like, that's one.
It's more delicate.
But I like, I learned so much.
So you just, yeah, in all of these, what you need is just a little more contrast, but not a lot, right? You've got the contrast with here, 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 here. So just a little bit of a darker, and then also something that's not quite as green, so maybe some browns. Like and even if you can make the brown go a little bit towards the orange, then you'd have the contrast against the blue. Does anybody know when the weather's supposed to change? Oh. Did you say you were doing your leaves today? You're not blowers? Okay. I curse leaf blowers. You don't really hear them around here too often, but in cities, oh my gosh, it can be this like constant. That would be nice. What ever happened to getting the kids out raking?
Yeah.
Maybe that was only my dad that made us do that. Raking's hard work.
I have to rate some of them. I don't want to put the lawnmower on.
Bob just got well, not a new, but a used four-wheeler, and then he got a trailer to put the four-wheeler on. I said, the first time you ride it up there, I've seen too many daily Darwins to watch that because I was expecting him to go tumbling over, you know. And people do. On the lawnmower, when Little Hills, I got to mow the lawn on our riding lawnmower once or twice. And hills are kind of unnerving. I get fired from jobs like that, though. I guess my lawn mowing designs are not appreciated. It was the same with when I vacuumed for someone and it was corrected. I thought when you left lines that everybody who came over would know that you just vacuumed, but you're supposed to get rid of the lines. Did you know that? It's true. If you're fussy. Okay, well, I just don't see that there's anything else I can do to this. That's what happens when you don't cover your sky. I'm gonna go see what C's up to back there. Good thing that didn't go on my jeans.
Watercolor paper that does not have natural cycling.
Pardon me?
What is the other kind of watercolor paper that does not have natural cycling?
That does not have organic sizing is Fabriano. watercolor, Artistico. I think it's Fabriano Artistico, and it's inorganic sizing. It's very hard paper, but it's pretty. So it's French. Fabriano makes beautiful printmaking paper. You can smell it when, you know, you open up like 25 sheets of the Arches paper. You can smell the gelatin, organic gelatin. At least I can. Were you there that day in the drawing class when I could smell everybody's pencils? They must have powerful nostrils. Well, some had cedar wooden pencils. I love the smell of cedar. Okay, I've just had some highlights. I'm excited to see people's finished paintings. That was my way of saying, hurry up, everybody, so I can see your paintings. And I want to remind you too that when the class is finished, you have lots of paper, you have the paints and you have the brushes. You can use any old dish for a palette, really. That there are thousands of YouTube channels out there. I may be exaggerating the thousands, but there are a lot of really good watercolor artists out there doing YouTube channels. Ellen Crimmy Trent is one of our favorites. Just does really cool little things that you can do, you know, in a half an hour. You can find one watercolor artist. There is a great one whose first name is J-A-V as a Victor ID, and then a really long last Iranian name. He does beautiful ones on YouTube, just beautiful paintings, and he does tutorials. We were deciding what your punishment was going to be. Yes, what? Are you? That's just, it's like yesterday when he kept turning the wrong way. No. Enough said on that. Well, we were all really disappointed because there's only 4 of you today. 3, and look at all the food over there, Kim. The peanut butter cookies without the candy bar is the gluten-free one. Would you like me to say what your name is and announce it? We saw one person's painting that was finished in Cameroon. We're waiting for everybody else's finishing. Ellen finished, yeah.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I just love everybody's style. That's what's so fun.
Yeah, that's really impressive. We all start with the same thing.
Same teacher, and we have.
And that is what we end up with. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's a lot like press. Yes. That's the way I work. Sometimes I have 12 on it. Look, if you have a lot of really nice paintings.
Yes. She's standing up and sprinkling down and not. You should see my table.
Yeah, I did.
So we did have time of it yesterday. Yeah, the only thing is I just learned just like if you're talking about grasses up like that, to just and even then
everything
you look at she bought some of the grasses.
Whatever I was.
Yeah, so now you already have the
Yeah. Doesn't have this one.
So the whole reason we put the mask on is so that we can do the background, put the mask on.
Interesting.
Oh, the barge is ready to show us.
Oh, fine, the barge. I'm done.
You're done, John?
Okay, Judy?
Yes.
Here's the barge.
Oh, here's the barge. Good.
Let's see.
Something. Okay. Yeah. There. If we can change the light there. Oh, that's beautiful. Very nice. Wow. Well done.
That's cool. This is so fun.
I like your skirt too. Oh, and your sweater. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How about, was there only one that was finished there or? All right. Well, that's good. Does anybody have anything to add about the class? Oh, well. I mean, because it's not just the art classes, the creative aging programs in the library. I mean, they did oh, what's that called? When you tie the little things to fish. Fly fishing. Fly tying, that's it. Fly tying. They did a class on fly tying. I don't know, but it's on YouTube, right? And so, and I know that I think up in Jackson, they are doing a creative aging program for singing, teaching people to sing, so there's music and there's art and there's
So Star Valley or Afton Library has a request for you to paint one flower like the top left poppy, please. An example.
One flower like the top left poppy. That top left poppy? Or that top left poppy? Okay, we'll do a top left poppy. Oh, here, I have one started. Isn't that amazing? So for the poppies, I don't have a pencil here, but thanks. So a poppy, depending on how you're looking at it, as a poppy opens up, you get the dark area in the center, and then you're going to have kind of a triangular shaped petals that go around like this and go into the center and overlap each other. So if that's my center and this is my flower, then what you can do, and again, for the poppies, the two colors that I like to do poppies are the rose and the vermilion. So I'm coming with rose, and you can actually paint all of it like this. And then let it dry. I'm even going to go down across the center too. The center of a poppy is kind of a bluish black. So there's that. And then I'm going to go hit it up with a dryer and show you the rest of it. So I'll be back. So right now I've painted, actually I went a little bit darker than I should have. So I'm going to just water it down a little bit. I'm going to go dry it and then I'll show you how to finish it. That was like a blow dryer. This blow dryer, like leaf blower.
I was driving around Bear Lake in the very end of June, 1st of July, and there was a lady at the side of the road selling poppy seeds.
Oh, really?
I didn't stop, but I should have. I kicked myself.
I've tried a couple. We had a beautiful poppy gardens when we first moved here, but we've not gotten one since. I haven't gotten any to grow. So you can see that now what I'm doing is I'm adding just another layer of the rose, and it's overlapping. And then I'll go dry it again, and then I'll add one more overlap. Actually, I'll go one more. I'll just paint this whole thing once again, all like that. And I'll go dry it, and then I'll add one more layer. So you can see how you're getting a variety with the petals. So the poppy petals, especially if you got like this one right here, where I imagine the light is coming from behind. And so that's how you get the light coming through the actual petals and giving you that variety. What'd you say?
Cameron would like to talk about how. Can I stop right there?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to hear. Can we make it louder?
All of my ladies on camera. As you can hear, they're having a great time. But they've all really enjoyed the class. Even Sharon. Even Sharon. So I'm glad she said that. We had one person who was first time class here, and they stuck with it, but they had told us many times over the weeks that they were not going to ever do this again. And then today I heard her say that the next time you have a class, I'm probably coming back. So Judy, that should be like, you know, big pat on the back for you. She's a convert. She's decided she can do this. It's been rough, but seriously, the only complaint the class has is they want you to come here in person. But they absolutely loved the class, and it's been just fabulous for the socialization and the learning. And we do think that you're just a wonderful teacher, and we're really appreciative that you did this again for us. So thank you. Yay.
Except I'm not on the thing. Thank you very much for everything you said. And my only regret is that I didn't get to meet everybody, but we're separated by lots of miles. But it's a great program that we can zoom out to the smaller libraries or even the distant libraries. So thank you for that. I'm glad that everybody has had a good time and that some of you are willing to come back for more. I think, pardon me?
Cheers to that and Alpine.
Yes. Yeah. And Judy Kwong is going to be doing another fused glass class in the spring, right? I think so. I think that they're going to have the in-person teacher in Alpine, I think, for Judy Kwong with another fused glass class. And like I said, there are a lot of the library system gets a lot of classes, you know, and they are on YouTube so that you can go back and redo all of the classes. And you can also fast forward through the waiting times, right? It's like fast forward. I've had a few people that are in Arizona that have done the classes too. So far my 3 YouTube library channels, I've only had 1 like. So I'm not a viral YouTube sensation yet, with just 1 like. And then they don't have room for comments. But again, everybody can go back and redo the classes. And I don't know if you remember me saying this, but last week, in order to prepare for this class, I did literally 68 paintings So in my opinion, the way to perfect your skills is to just keep painting over and over again, even if you're doing the same painting multiple times, because you learn something every time you do it. So thank you for that, Missy and everybody in Kemmer. I appreciate it. Does anybody else want to show us their paintings and share what they liked and didn't like about the class? We can go back to
one person ready to show an alpine.
Okay, alpine. That was confusing, Wendy. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. That is really beautiful. They did a beautiful contrast with the mountains. Pardon me? I don't know. Wendy, can you hear me? Nod if you can hear me. Okay, she can't hear me.
She can hear you.
Okay. She just wanted it tilted different. Anybody else done?
I'm done.
Oh, we have someone here that's done, so. Okay, wait, here's another one. We keep going. Cokeville has some too. That one's beautiful too. I like how those flowers went off.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was one I didn't have.
Very, very nice. Oh, wait, there's one more person. There are two more people who look like they're going to show first.
Oh, good. Okay, just keep it. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tilt it to the right. There you go. There you go. And then push it forward. Okay. There. Yeah. All right. And then tilt it more to the right. There we go. Okay. That's very pretty. I like how they did those red flowers in there. Wow. It's amazing that we were all using the same image and yet they're all so different. Oh, this one too. Really nice blue. Ooh, look at those. Yeah. Those poppies are lovely. And nice job on keeping that white space in the lupin. Thank you. Well done. You all deserve some cookies. Did Wendy provide cookies for you today? Okay, good. She gave me
so cookbook.
Thumbs up. Okay. And okay, Cokeville. Hey, Cokeville. Oh, they have a nice room there. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love your bachelor buttons and your blue flowers up in the upper left. Wow. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Oh, that one too. That one's, that one's just really bold. Really nice. Thank you, Cokeville. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again.
Thumbs up.
Okay, and then we're ready with Thane. So this is one that was finished here. See here, I'm telling Wendy what to do and then I'm not doing it. Wait, oh, it's over here. Okay, I can see why she was confused. Okay, there we go. And this one, I really like the pink sky and the delicacy, how delicate she is with it. Really pretty. Some nice colors in there. That's the only one we had that one. We have kind of a small class today because everybody abandoned us.
Oh.
How about Afton? Does Afton have any that's finished? Oh, look at that one. Wow.
There we go. It looks really funny. Oh.
Is that you? Is that you, Connie?
That's pretty.
Is that Connie? Is that you, Connie?
It's Connie.
That's
Anybody else got one?
Show yours. Yeah, show Carol. This one, Cheryl and both of those. Nikki's not showing them. Yes, she is. Do you think they were here? No. That's it. Carol, that's great. Oh, that is beautiful. We're done. Expression too. Yeah. That's that expression thing. So I'm not ready. Can we show them something different? No. She's gonna go, Mickey, what happened?
Okay.
We were all laughing because we knew that was Mickey.
She said no thank you, or in a minute.
We have her number. We got your number, Mickey. We're gonna demand to see that later, all right? Thank you guys very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the class too. Oop, I'm scrunching down. All right. Well, take it off of me and put it back on the painting, please. So here's the poppy, and I went in with some violet in the middle only because I brought a very limited palette today, so I didn't have any black that I would put in there. This is probably more of a good representation of how to get those three different values of pink. You know, come across with one more up here. So that's how you do the colors on top. Generally speaking, just because you do a darker shade of whatever color you're using, it will give you variation, but it won't give you a push and pull. If you want to push and pull, you have to come in and drop a little bit more of a different color in there to change it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but when I put violet in there, it deepens that petal and changes it up just a little bit, right? As opposed to just going with a darker color. So I hope that helps with the poppy. And like I said, it can be open like this. It can also be up like that and away from you. And then the poppies always have, I don't have green today either, but they always have the stem that comes down. And then if you get really detailed, you can put the little fuzzies along the stems of a poppy. And we have beautiful, beautiful poppy fields here in, it didn't sound very good, did it? In Star Valley. There are just a lot of people who have beautiful, just beautiful poppies. There was one on Muddy String that I did a painting of years ago. And I mean, it was just massive. It was like a whole acre of red poppies. So anyway, there you go. Did we miss any other libraries? We saw Alpine, Afton, except for Mick, and did we see LaBarge? Yeah, we saw LaBarge, and then Kemmer, and then us. Well, I think everybody should just carry on, and then we should have our culminating event where we all eat cookies. And I think everybody should keep an eye on the library for the next classes that are offered and tell everybody about it. And if you know of any artists out there, get the artists to go into the library with their skill and suggest a class, because we have lots of people that want to take classes, but what we're lacking are people who will teach the class. And you get paid money, so you do get paid to teach the class, and you have a lot of fun and meet a lot of really cool people. So anything, I mean, it can be singing, like I said, it could be some kind of music, or what did we just fly tying? I see me doing my hands fly tying. I don't even know what that means, but I know they had a class in it. It would be nice too if we had like classes where we learned how to fix things. Just saying. I think I saw a cinnamon roll class. A cinnamon roll class? I saw one online. Well, that just made my mouth water. Yes. Okay, that would be cool too. So anyway, if you know of anybody who has any kind of skill that is considered, we could teach the creative aging program, contact your library. And I guess we can just close it down now and let everybody finish painting. Is that all right with everybody?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Happy flower painting.